Hey, what is going on, guys? It is TemperAlliance, and today in the video I'm going to be bringing you guys some great news about the Xbox One. If you guys are actually thinking about getting a PlayStation 4 because they have minor issues with the Xbox One, like say for example they put some restrictions on it, like we can't get we can't buy used games, we can't share people with our games. If we try and lend it to someone, then we have to pay a fee, or like they have to be on our friends list for 30 days and then we can give it to them, but it can only happen once. There's like a region lock, which doesn't really matter, and like the Xbox pretty much has to be connected to the internet every 24 hours, so it's pretty much a check-in every 24 hours, and if it doesn't, then you just can't use it anymore. It's pretty much an offline device, and Microsoft's got a load of hate. Now I also mentioned this in my last video when I was talking about this. If you guys want to check it out, I suggest you go back and check that out. But that video will no longer mean anything because that's all lies right now, because there was an update on the website where they pretty much bring in these Xbox One news. It was by Don Matrick himself, and he pretty much sent this. There'll be a link in the description to the website. It's actually the exact same website. I don't have it on I don't have it up on my screen, so I can't really read it, but he pretty much said, you know, thank you for your cooperation, and you know, we can now we now support used games, you can lend it to people. They pretty much like got rid of every single thing that they did that people hated. So we can now buy used games, we can now lend it to people. They don't have to be on our friends list at all. There is no region lock, so pretty much we can get a game from America or Canada, wherever you are. Say if, for example, you are where I am, like Ireland, and you got a game over in America, then you can pretty much use the game on your console, which is pretty good news, and it's very exciting as well. And that's pretty much a next generation console, because for the Xbox 360 we can't do that. Like, you know, if you buy a game in America or Australia or whatever, it just won't work. There'll be like this big message popping up on your screen saying this disc does not belong in this region or whatever, with a big map saying different region numbers for each place, for each country, and it was just annoying. But anyway, now we can buy a game from whenever, on any parts of the world, and it'll work on your Xbox, which is really good. And you know, it's just amazing, and it no longer needs 24-hour check-ins, but it does have to be connected to the internet once. That's all it needs. So yeah, which I was actually really surprised though that Don said that himself, because there was an interview before E3, before E3, and he pretty much said that we do have a console that people, if people want to play offline, and that's called an Xbox 360. But that's if you had like zero access to the internet. I was really surprised that himself actually said that, because he said get an Xbox 360 if you can't play online. You know, like it was just surprising. But I'm really happy though. I remember when I was first reading through that, I was actually laughing. I was so happy that, you know, that they actually fixed their restrictions. Because, you know, it was so stupid. Like, I know I said in my last video I was gonna get an Xbox One anyway because it didn't really bother me, but like, if that kept on continuing, that means my friends wouldn't get it. They wouldn't get the Xbox One. They would have got the PlayStation 4, because that's where most people were heading. They're pretty much heading to the PlayStation side, because Xbox was pretty much going downhill. No one liked the way that you have to do it for next year, because Sony promised them the complete opposite way to Microsoft, and most people were just heading that way. But now, since Microsoft cancelled all of those restrictions, people are now going to be going back over to Xbox. But we do need to download it on the first day. It's pretty much an update for the console, just to tell the console that, you know, that there's a new way of playing online now, and even if the internet's off, we can still play offline. So, you know, it's actually great news, because, you know, I was actually about to get a PlayStation 4 because that's what most of my friends were getting. You know, I don't like getting a console that my friends would have got. Like, even though I kind of do like Xbox, but if most of my friends was getting the PlayStation 4, I would have got a PlayStation 4, and you know just said screw Xbox. But now, since they fixed it, a lot of my friends will now be getting an Xbox One, and I'll probably get an Xbox One with them, so I can just play with my friends and play the games. So yeah, but there is one faulty though. They didn't change the fact that we have to connect the Kinect in at all times. We still have to do that. So it'll come when you buy an Xbox One. A Kinect will come with it, and you have to plug in the Kinect into the Xbox at all times. If you unplug it, then it won't work anymore. So yeah, so that's one downside to it. But you know, it's only one thing, and like people can just stay. Like people can always connect the Kinect in at all times. Like it's not gonna hurt them really, so it doesn't really matter. But like there has been still rumors going around and all that people can that the Kinect can spy on you. People can hack into it and spy on you at all times. The people who works there and can listen and can listen to you at all times. The listen to you at all times is actually true. But the spying on you isn't. But you know, Microsoft said themselves that there's a privacy setting where you can turn it off. So if you don't like that idea, go into privacy settings and you can just turn that little always hearing thing on, off, pretty much. So you can turn that off. So if you plan on turning on the Xbox next time, just do it manually, because the Kinect won't be able to hear you anymore. But I honestly can't wait for this Xbox One to come out now. At start, when they announced that we have to be connected every 24 hours, I was like, you know, I can wait, you know, you don't need to hurry, you can just, you know, take your time for all I care. But now, since they fixed all of these restrictions, I now want the Xbox One now, because, you know, it'll just be great. But there's actually one more little downfall I just remembered. There's no instant switching from game to game since they fixed the restrictions. You know, the way that you have to the way that you have to put your game into the Xbox, and the Xbox would automatically be downloaded into the hard drive. Since they fixed that restriction, you know, you can use the disc if you want to, but there'll be no instant game switching, because you pretty much need to take out the disc and put in another disc, because you know it has to be downloaded into the hard drive in order for the instant switching to work. Since there is none of that, you pretty much can't use it unless you download it into the hard drive. There's an option where you can do it manually into the hard drive, but like I said in my last video, I don't think I'm going to do that whatsoever, because I prefer having it in the disc, and when you download it into the hard drive, it'll take up memory into the hard drive, so I don't really want to do that. So yeah, so instant switching doesn't really matter to me, even though it's like a next gen thing now, but I honestly don't want to. So yes, that's actually pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did give this video a like, I would just appreciate it when you give this video a like. It will help my channel to grow, and also subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. And yeah, that's actually pretty much it. And also comment down below and tell me what you guys think. Are you guys going to get an Xbox One now since they fixed these restrictions? You know, leave that comment down below. And yeah, that's actually pretty much it. Once again, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.